we back at it again. It's too early. Season 4, episode 12. It's Nelly.
It's Bree.
It's Lonnie.
And today we're wrapping up the season.
This season
flew
by.
This is our 4th season. Wow, we came a long way.
We did.
We did.
We should do a compilation of
We
like
should.
the podcast.
No, you know what?
We should.
You know what? My friends be compiling is memes of me. All my different facial expressions.
That'd be cute.
We could do that.
Or
We could do
if
it
honestly,
for each of
if we just compile just our intros,
Yeah.
like just the mess ups, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
This podcasting journey has been a journey.
It's been fun though.
It's been a nice journey.
Podcasting is fun.
It is.
It's just safe space. Like
Yeah.
that's honestly what it's for. Like I feel like all of us say it all the time. Like once we stop enjoying doing this, we'll stop. Like so y'all could listen or y'all cannot because we're gonna be here. Either way, pretty much that's
You
what
can
we're
watch
saying.
YouTube or not.
We still gonna be talking it up.
We still gonna chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
But today we're just talking about, this is still our When I Grow Up series. So we're talking about our younger selves. Would they be proud of us? Is she?
Is she really?
And then what's next for us? Because we're in such a important time in life. Like these are the years that I feel like make or break you. So yeah, let's talk about it.
Is my younger self proud of me? I think so. I mean, I feel like when I was young, I didn't have expectations. Like I did, but I didn't. You know, like how people be like, "Oh, when I was young, I want to do this, this, and this." I really don't remember like wanting any like big goals, and I was like, "Oh, I want to do this." I used to think like, "Oh, I'll be dancing or something." So maybe that was my only one, but. Otherwise, I don't know. So I guess I'm proud. Shit, I don't know.
You don't know.
I guess I don't know how to answer that either. Like I feel like she would be proud of me, but I also feel like she would have expected more just based off of like how I grew up and like kind of like the opposite of you. I had expectations for myself. Like when I was younger, everybody was telling me, "Oh, you're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be a lawyer. Like you're gonna do all these things." Or like my mom was like, "You're so good at dancing, you're gonna be a dancer." So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna be a professional dancer or like open my own dance studio. I think the dance studio thing kind of came like I was in middle school, high school. But I guess she would be proud of me only to the certain extent that I kind of made something out of, my circumstances and my situations and going to college and at least like doing the things, like the basic things that I thought that I was gonna do. So, yeah.
I don't think I had age associated with times in my life. Like at the age, I didn't think like, oh, by 23, I'm gonna be a lawyer. Like, now I did think I was gonna be a lawyer. I thought I was gonna be Miss Olivia Pope. Okay, like beyond a lawyer. I definitely thought that I would be more in that like corporate. Like I'm in corporate, but like I thought I was gonna be like really like in either government or like something real strong high up somewhere where you need clearances and stuff. But I'm okay with not being there. But I do think my younger self would be proud, and I say that because like I feel like I have a lot of young women around me that are just like they admire like where I am in life, and I think that that's like a good reflection of me when I was younger. So I think she would be like, "Yes, girl." I like when younger kids just think you're cool. Like I've reached that age in life where I'm just like, "Oh, you think I'm cool?" Like I love that. Y'all want to come and shop in my closet? Like I love that for me. Like no serious. Like those are the type of things that I feel like it just makes you feel good. It warms your heart. And especially when you can see like your younger self and some of the young women that you like are around and hang with, and even like just younger generations, when I feel like they can take something from me that's positive that makes me give my younger self like a pat on the back.
Yeah, I think like especially with our age, like we unintentionally become role models for kids, and like we don't realize it until we're like in that situation where like kids actually look up to you and like they ask you for advice and like they just ask you like those simple like questions like, what do you do, like are you like a lawyer, like how do you dress, like where do you go to work, like things like that. I would have never thought that I would be a role model or like just be looked up to from like a younger
Yeah,
version
like
of myself.
I feel like my biggest moment is my little cousin asked me like about financial advice and like credit, and I'm like, what? I'm still figuring it out,
Right.
but like that's a moment where you're just like, dang, I'm really like,
Oh.
like I'm getting my feet on the ground. Like there's no turning back now. Like we're really hitting those ages where there is no turning back.
Yeah, you better keep going.
You
You stop.
You're gonna drown.
No, for real. If you even stumble, things is gonna be crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Is there something that you're interested in now that you never saw yourself when you were a kid? You was like, I ain't never gonna be doing that. But then now you like, oh well, here I am.
Here I am. I don't know.
Yeah. Like are we talking activities? Or
Anything,
just like,
anything. Like activities, hobbies, interests.
I did think that I would enjoy working more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not saying that I hate my job or anything, but going to work every day is ghetto. Like, that is like my phrase. And I felt like a lot of times when people, I don't think, you can love your job as much as you want, but going up every day and working, I don't care what you say, I don't care what these Instagram CEOs are telling y'all, you will be tired. Having to do something every day to push your life forward is exhausting. And so I didn't think that working would be so hard.
Yeah. I feel that. I think that was the thing for me too. Like when I was younger, I'm like, oh, I have a job. I'll be getting paid. I'll be getting money. And now that I'm getting money, it's like, oh my gosh, I got bills. I gotta pay the rent, my car insurance, and it's just like it's truly like the ghetto. Like I don't.
There's no other way to describe it.
There's really no other way to describe it. But like, yeah, I was just like, when I was younger, I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna be making all this money.
Yes.
And now, like the money, literally, like on payday, it exits my account.
I think that like when you're younger, you see your parents go to work and you be mad like when y'all can't do something. You like, well, you didn't work all week.
Right.
Why we can't go to Six Flags this weekend? And now it be going
like take your child to work day. I used to be so excited to go with my mother to work. Like I could sit in the office, watch her work, just sit there and do nothing. But now it's like I don't even want to take myself to work. Like,
why would I want to take my child? Like, come on now.
It's not fun.
It's not.
Yeah. No, I feel like mine is like I never thought that I would like girly things. As a younger person, I was a tomboy. Like I wasn't into boyish things, but I felt like I was like somewhere in between a girl and a boy. Like I just didn't want to do a lot of the girly girl stuff. But as I got older, like I appreciated getting my nails done, and I appreciated like purses. I did not carry purses until probably sophomore year of college. Like, and then I got interested in them. And my mother was like, "Are you carrying a purse?" I said, let's not talk about it. Let's just
I remember
let it
that.
happen."
I remember when you got, I think one of the bags, you were like, guess what I bought? I was like, what did you have? I was like, I bought a purse.
It was a very monumental time in my life. Because I didn't even like to carry backpacks. Like, I could do a cute tote for, those kind of things. But I was not a purse person. But now I feel like when I get rich, that purses is going to be a thing for me.
It's an
Like,
investment.
I want
Love
different
that.
bags.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like I've just always been girly. That's just
That's just
been me. Yeah, I feel like I've pretty much followed the path that everyone has expected of me, and that's probably some trauma built up in there. Like, if we're being honest, but yeah, I think I pretty much follow the narrow path.
Yeah, I don't know what people expected me to turn out as, honestly. Because at home, I think my parents always knew, like, I'm a daddy's girl, so like if he's out in the yard, I'm out in the yard. Like even today, I just got done putting mulch out with my father. Like we be doing like and that's exactly what he said. He said your friends would be like, "Why are you out here messing up your nails?" I said, "I don't know that they would be that dramatic, but it's expected of me, honestly."
There's certain things to know. No, literally. Earlier this week, I almost bust out in tears because my boyfriend did not open my door. Like I'm such a princess. Like, what do you? My dad,
What do you mean?
my dad opened every single door for me my whole life. So like, what is that? Like, don't be switching it up on me. Like, yeah, I've always been very.
I don't know. I think for me, like, I was always like independent, so I just did things like by myself for myself. So like now that I'm in a relationship, like it just be the simple things like opening doors. Like I'm not allowed to touch any doors. So if I touch any doors, I get a consequence for touching doors. Like, but I don't think I really do. I get a consequence for touching doors.
Is there a different consequence, or is there just?
It's just the same consequence if I touch doors.
Are you able to share with us, or no? It's not.
I'm not. It's kind of embarrassing. I mean, I'll share. So like, if like say we go out to eat and like I touch the door to open the door, he'll be like, all right, that's one. And then if I touch another door, that's two. So when we leave out the restaurant, I have to open the door for him and like announce him out the door. Like, cause he's
Okay, Bridgerton. Now. Okay, Bridgerton.
Yeah.
And I'll be so
amazing.
I'll be so embarrassed
That is
because I'm
amazing.
like, cause now when I go to a door, like if I'm about to touch it, I'm like, I'm not.
You just stand there.
Cause I don't want to announce it. I'm not. Like I'm not going to. And he's like, yeah, like you don't touch doors around me. Like that's
Like,
the
it's a
consequence.
fool, ladies and gentlemen.
now presenting. We're not.
Literally, like that's what I have to do. So like it's the little things like that because I'm used to being independent, doing things by myself. So
Same.
you know I have to think twice about some of those things sometimes.
Yeah. I just feel like my father was always real disrespectful because he used to do all this stuff for my mother and not me.
Because that's his wife. She comes first.
That's fine and dandy, but you can open my door after you open hers.
I mean, I feel
I'll
that.
be in the car sitting
I
there.
feel that.
Sitting
I
down.
feel that though. I
Yeah,
get where you're
I get
coming
it.
from. But she would be first.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I get it.
So, do you all? I know, like have you done therapy? No. So I know, Lonnie, you've done therapy, right? But like a lot of times in therapy, they have you like channel into your inner self, and like, are y'all capable of that? Because I'm not. Like, I can't have conversations with my younger self, like, because what you just making up words?
Like I think about like how I would have felt years ago. Like if that's the same thing, like I feel like I can channel the emotion behind something that I would have felt then versus now.
I mean, I could be like, ooh, I can see my growth because the old me would have did this, but is that the same concept?
I don't think so. I think especially like when you're in therapy and they say to channel your inner child, I think it's more on like a trauma level to kind of understand like why you react and why you do certain things in your life now. If that even relates to like how you were as a child. I don't know. I'm like you. I can't just like go back and channel my inner child. It's just weird for me, and I don't like my brain doesn't think like that. Like I can't just say like, yeah, this is how 7-year-old Delonda would feel.
Yes.
Such and such did something to her. Like I wouldn't know how to do that.
But I think the key is because children are more in touch with their emotions and they're a little more vulnerable than adults.
So maybe not literal.
Yeah, the idea is like bring those emotions to the forefront. Like children have them all the time.
Yeah.
And then tell me how you feel. So I can see that.
Okay, well maybe that is. Maybe I just I'm thinking too deep into it. Like, cause I'm like, I can't. What I'm gonna say to her? And what's she gonna say back?
Right. What's she gonna say back?
I'm just having a conversation with myself. I don't know.
Hmm.
So last episode we talked about, you know, our current careers and what we're doing now. But where do you all see yourself? Like, what is your end game? Like,
I don't know. I think and the crazy thing about that is I've been thinking about that a lot lately, like where I want to end up career goal wise. So like me and Renard talk about that all the time. Like, what do you want your career to be and where do you want to end up? Like, say if it's 5 years from now, like where would you think that you will be? And I honestly don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, I'm not sure if I want to stay in communications and like move my way up to be like a director of communications for a specific department, or like go into like public affairs in the government, or if I want to like really channel like my personal interest of like skincare and build my own business and like go to esthetician school and like do that for a living. I think I'm like in that weird stage where I'm still trying to figure that out and figure out what I think is best for me.
Yeah, I feel like lately I've been seeing like I'm probably gonna be in government the rest of my life. Like it's just at this point I could see that for myself, which I'm not like opposed to. I'm comfortable there. I get in where I fit in pretty much, and my next year looks like government. So for like full-time career, I feel like that'll be what it is. But I do think eventually I'll create something on the side, whether it's with photography or something that'll be, a big part of my life too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my end goal is not working. If I'm
I feel that.
Yeah. Like I don't want to say not working because I don't think I'd ever just be like not doing anything. But if I could solely focus on my nonprofit full time and still, be able to somehow be maintaining my lifestyle, that would be ideal. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to be the CEO of somebody's company. And I don't think that it's going to be my company, if I'm being honest. I think, like, I will be appointed as a CEO or, like, a VP or a president. Like, that's my end goal. I don't know where. Still trying to figure it out. I don't even know what industry, if I'm being honest. Like, I just feel like that title fits my personality. And I feel like the people who know me, like, understand what I'm saying. But even, like, if the listeners, like, if y'all have really listened since season 1, I feel like you could understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah. I need to be somebody's boss.
Pretty much.
Like,
I feel that.
I want to run a team, like.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm kind of, like, in that middle stage of if I want to, like, create my own business doing skincare. Because, like, one, that's a passion of mine, so I really want to do something that interests me so it doesn't feel like I'm working, like I'm going to work every day and like being drained and exhausted from, just doing stuff that I don't enjoy. And also I want to get to that point where like my business is stable, I'm making enough money, or I made enough money and saved enough money where I don't have to like, bust my behind every day and work, because working, like we said all episode, working is ghetto.
Yeah. I will say though, I feel like the thing with passions and like making them into business, I feel like some people start to lose their passion, which is why like I think I've told you, Nelly, before, like I never graphic design full time. Like it's no part of me that would want to do that. That would always be a side hustle for me, because when you start to depend on something for your livelihood, it starts to become a stressor in your life and you're not even enjoying it anymore. Like, I like being able to work at my pace and take clients when I want to take clients. But if I had to do it, I think I'd start to resent.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. I think it just depends on, like, the type of person you are and, like, especially, and also, like, the business that you go into. But, yeah.
Yeah, I always feel like there are so many jobs and industries that are undiscovered, like by me personally. Like, and that's why I like to travel so much, because you just get to see how other people live. Like, not everybody is living how people in this area live. Like, different areas are known for different things, like government and politics and that kind of stuff is very popular here, but in California it ain't like that. Like, so I always just feel like it's other stuff out there that I'm like, dang, I probably could be doing that and I don't even know about it.
There's so many jobs that I'm like, I guess somebody does have to do that. Like,
like I know, like for me, especially being in communications, I never would have thought about going into the tech industry as a communications person. Like, and I think that's starting to resurface. I know I be seeing it a lot on TikTok too. And like, there's a lot of communications people in the tech industry, and they can pay like a lot of money and some good money. So even like within our field, there are different industries that we would have never thought that we can, have a job in.
Yeah, I never imagined. I mean, honestly, everybody needs a communications person. So, but when I was in college, I was not thinking about it that way. Like, I was not thinking about tech or government or retail or like all these different industries that you go into.
Yeah, like even to the point like Target has like a senior communications VP. Like, you might say you work at Target, but you work on the corporate level. Right. You're not in the retail portion of it. But yeah, That's why. That's literally why I majored in communications because I was like, no matter what, somebody gonna need me. I don't care how advanced technology
you're gonna be able to find a job somewhere.
Yeah, because it's so many people who cannot even write an email, y'all. It's so many people. I deal with it on a daily where I'm just like, there was no better way for you to phrase that. Like, you felt like this was it.
That was it.
And you pressed send on this email. Yeah, people are illiterate. Mm-hmm. People with full college degrees. The tech people have they don't have communication skills.
A lot of tech people don't even have tech skills. Like, I have learned that. Like, somehow these people be getting into tech and don't have a tech background. And I don't understand.
Maybe they don't have certificates? Nothing?
I don't know what they be having, but it don't be what they supposed to have. They don't be knowing what's going on.
They be lying on their resume.
I'll be like, bro.
They be saying the trigger words. Control on the keywords. They be like, control.
They be Googling everything. I'm like, I could have did that.
I did too. I'm scared to lie on my resume now.
Me too.
I'm way too scared.
I have skills, y'all, but I would not lie and be like, I'm advanced in JavaScript.
I would not full-fledged lie. I would exaggerate a little bit, depending on what it is. Just a little bit.
Child, I don't even know if I can write a full line of code.
I can't
tell anybody that I could do that. I'd be bold-faced.
Yeah, I took a whole Java class and I cruised. I cruised through it. I don't remember anything. Like, I really must have been cramming like crazy because I don't remember nothing but the word Java. Like, seriously. Like, I really don't. It's sad.
Yeah. But listen, experience is often better than all this little educational training, because in school, like you said, we kind of just cruising through. Mm-hmm. But once you get into the field, that's when you really pick up your skills.
Completely different than what you educated on.
Yeah, because I picked up so many skills working.
Just having to figure it out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I will say, I do think I'm going to go back to school. Mm. I think I'm just a school girl.
You are brave.
I know. I contemplated, but the fact that it's still on my mind after so long, I think it's my calling. I think I deserve to be a doctor. I think I should.
Be here rooting from the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Stand back.
Yeah, I don't even think I want to go back to school for my master's. I think I'm just like in that mindset, like, I just don't want to do school again.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like being tortured, honestly.
I just want to walk into rooms and people to say, here's Dr. Brown. Put some respect on my name. Because they don't announce your at grad school, like, you know, you put it next to your signatures and stuff. But they don't put enough respect on the name for real.
I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what would you go back for?
So Howard actually has a good program that's about it connects communications with community. Okay. So that's what made me spark. Like, I would have to be very intentional in what I would get my PhD in. Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't go like environmental science. Like, no. Like, it would have to be very intentional because I would have to enjoy it to get myself through the finish line. But I don't know.
Yeah. If y'all went back to school to get like another bachelor's degree or like an extra master's degree, what would it be? Completely opposite from what you do, like communications. I was thinking about this yesterday. I'd go back for cybersecurity.
You would, really?
Mm-hmm. No, I see that tech. No, yeah. I just don't want to code. Yeah. So, and I feel like that's such a requirement.
Yeah.
I think I'd go back for design. Because I feel like I'm pretty much, I took a training, but like I'm pretty much teaching myself, and I think like you got to learn a lot of that at school. So I think I'd go back for design just to really be well versed in Adobe as a whole.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the different, I guess, fields of school. I don't know. Business administration is coming to mind for me. I think I would want to go back. So I went into Towson as a business administration major, actually, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna open my own dance studio and I'm gonna do this and that. And then I took a class and I was like, this is not me. So I switched my major after the first semester. But I honestly think I would go back for business as like my second bachelor's, just to like have that business background. Since like now my life has kind of shifted a little bit, and that's kind of the direction that I want to go in and kind of see myself going in a little bit. So
I would also go for architecture. I think they are so interesting.
They are, and they're very smart, but I don't want no responsibility for nobody's that joke collapsed, and all of a sudden you got a law school. I don't want that type of responsibility.
No.
That's
So,
the builder's fault.
I always wonder though, like, why do people go back and get a second bachelor's? Like, why not get a master's? Like, what is the logic of that?
Have seen more so people go back for a second master's. I don't know that I've ever seen a second bachelor's.
I've seen some people go back for a second bachelor.
But I've seen people get double bachelor degrees.
So I know,
not.
like, because my mom, when she went through her master's program, that's one of the things she said. She said so many people were there getting second and third master's degrees. And it was basically like they were going for things like I was just saying, completely irrelevant to what they had been before. So one person, she was in project management, so they had already gotten like an IT master's degree or something, but they were coming back and getting project management. And so, and personally in my master's program, I feel like you didn't have to have previous knowledge. Like, yes and no.
It helps you, but like you could have been fine.
Yeah.
But like, if you're gonna get a third master's degree, just get your PhD.
But can you get it in something that you didn't go to the bachelor's for?
I think so. I think you can get your PhD in anything, just like your master's. Yeah. It's just a more intense situation, but like at least you get the.
And I think in some like industries or some like fields, you can actually skip your master's and go straight to
you can.
Because I know one of my best friends, she has her bachelor's in bioengineering and she's at Georgia Tech getting her PhD.
Yeah, no, I found that out after I was already in the master's program, and I was like, but yeah, if y'all see me in school again, don't be surprised. But if you don't be surprised either, because I'm still in the middle, but I'm thinking about it, strongly thinking about it.
Yeah.
So, it's about that time, y'all, to close out this season. So I have one more question, and that's just like, where do you all see yourselves in 5 years? And that means like career, location, relationship, all of that.
I think in 5 years, I at least see myself engaged to somebody. Who that somebody will be, we don't know. But yeah, I see myself at least being engaged. 5 years, dang, I'll be 30.
Ain't that crazy?
That is crazy. Yeah, engaged. And as far as like career, I see myself like being like still in communications possibly, but more like on a senior level. Like a senior associate or like a senior director or something like that. As I get more experience under my belt. Kids, I don't know if I see myself having kids or at least being pregnant in 5 years. Maybe like 7, but not 5.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I want to be married first.
Are you still here?
Like in this area?
Yeah.
I don't see myself moving
Okay.
out of state. I see myself staying here. Like, I think I'm just comfortable here. Like, this is where all my family is. Yeah, I don't see myself moving at all.
Child, I could be everywhere in 5 years. I don't know. Like, sometimes I definitely all the time see myself somewhere else. But other times I'm like, if I don't move, then I'm not mad. Because I know I will travel. I know I will get to experience life elsewhere. But whether I'll be living somewhere else, I could not be.
I could see you. I could see you. Out of like us three, I could see you going to live somewhere else. Even just for a little bit and then coming back.
I could see like
I would
Texas.
come back and raise my kids
Texas
here.
or like Arizona or something.
Yeah, I definitely want to come back and raise my kids here. But career-wise, probably somewhere in the government. I would like to be making 6 figures by then. Like, I don't think I'm on track for that. Kids and engagements, relationships. I would love to say that I would be married by 30, but looking at my timeline, that's just very unrealistic.
You have to date. You're not just going to get married.
Yeah. You have to get out and date.
It's unrealistic.
But I'm just saying, we're putting that out
And
there
talk to people.
because you could change that. Like that, the 5 years starts now. So you could date and get engaged. You can get married in 5 years.
You can very well date and be in a relationship by
People
summer.
do it in 2. 2.
Some people do it in less than 2, if we're being honest. So, but you have to date. That's where it starts. Like, it starts with you have to date.
There has to be something for me to date.
Not something.
Something.
You have to go somewhere to meet
Something.
people. That's giving very much.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The options are very slim.
We gonna pray. We gonna pray.
Good, please.
On the silver, she need them on a silver platter.
Lord, they must not really be praying because ain't nothing coming around. They showing themselves, Lord.
We're gonna continue to pray.
We are. And the time will tell.
Ooh, 5 years. I expect to be married in 5 years. Let's be honest. I expect to be
I
married.
expect you to be married.
I think all your friends expect you
Yeah, I
to be
expect to be
married.
married in 5 years. I expect to be pregnant. I don't necessarily want to have birthed a child yet. I want to be pregnant because, like, I feel like 28's a good age. Like, to be
I agree,
pregnant
yeah.
and then start journeying
It is.
into motherhood. But anything before that is, I'm not ready. Location wise, now I would if we got married and wanted to move somewhere for a little bit, I'd be open to it. But same as you, like, I want to raise my kids here, my family's here, and I wouldn't take that experience from either party. Like, I want my kids to have good relationships with their grandparents.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want them to just call on Christmas
Right.
and holidays, like, just checking in, no, or just be like sending gifts to another state. Like, nah, I don't like that. Later on in life, though, I do plan on relocating, like, probably after retirement or something.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, like, in this area, especially after retirement, they relocate.
Yeah.
Like, to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Career-wise, I expect to be at an executive level or, like, VP or exec, somewhere in that range. I'm probably still in communications, but I'm really trying to break into the travel industry. So, like,
I see that.
either airlines or like Amex travel or like something that's global that allows me to kind of keep moving, because I think that's what I need to keep my interest. And then that's as close as I'm gonna get to doing something that I truly love that I have to, like, go to work. I feel like. But yeah, that's it. We got.
It sounds doable to me.
It does.
All of this sounds doable to me.
I need to have a truck in the next 5 years. I need to have a truck. Like, listen, we
What kind of truck?
manifesting.
Yeah.
I think I want a Jeep, not like the Jeeps with no doors, like a sensible Jeep. I just want a truck. I don't
like
know.
a Wrangler.
I don't know why little people feel like they need to have trucks, but I feel like I need
I
a
feel
car.
that. I feel that.
Like, you know, I need to.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I want to hop out. Like, I want to hop out the car.
No, it is different. Like, once you get a truck,
You can't
it
go
is
back.
hard to go back to something low. Like,
Yeah.
I be in my friends' cars, like, golly.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
perch myself up a little bit to get in the seat.
I'm not playing.
I want that experience for me.
I think I will want to have a family first before I get a truck. At least, like, one kid.
Well, the issue is, the issue is we got kids, basically.
But I always got people's kids.
Yeah.
So, like, my back seat, my 3
That
little
makes
brothers
sense.
with me, they is in there packed like sardines.
My backseat looks like
3 boosters don't fit well.
Yeah, my backseat looks like I delivered a child.
Yeah.
Because Kai just, So.
Yeah,
I feel that.
I need a truck in my life.
Well, that's the way to go.
So, God, hear our prayers, our manifestations,
Yes.
all of that. Because we're going to listen to this episode in 5 years and be like, yep,
Check,
no,
check.
Nope,
no,
do that
yep.
one.
Almost there.
Pregnant? Nope.
Nope. That's not it.
But yes, thank y'all for hanging with us
Yes.
another season.
Yes, another season, another episode.
Another year.
Yeah, another year.
Another year.
We turning 3 in August. That's crazy.
Crazy. We toddlers.
On that note, we signing out, y'all.
We out.
It's too early. Bye.